Good day, Point Park University and friends. So today we're definitely starting a little bit late, a little bit interestingly. We've got a couple technology issues, some things that we will have to figure out, and hopefully we'll be able to fix the next time you see us. Tomorrow we will be having another stream and all of that. I think that is the Rocket League stream and so forth. Anyways, we're already starting quickly. I am Kego. You've probably heard me a couple of times, and we have a new face on the stream today. Say hello.
Hi, I'm Liz. I am a theater production design and management major.
So yeah, today we will be casting for you on this fine afternoon for Valorant Green Team today. So we did have a beautiful game last week on Point Park University's Green Team, especially with their 13-0, the first time in about 3 years since Point Park has gotten a 13-0, and I think the last time that happened was on Icebox. This time, I don't know how to say about it. It is a very surprising moment. We're already starting off pretty strong here. We've got quite a interesting play today. We're going to be watching through a Discord call, so we are a little bit limited to what we see, but that is all right. So let's just see anyways. Today, okay, so Liz is not really knowledgeable about Valorant, right?
Yeah, I'm not that knowledgeable about Valorant, even though I've observed Valorant for, I think, all of the games now. However, I still don't know anything about the game itself.
Well, that's all right. You and I will be able to get this through. So let's actually talk about the actual game now that we've started. We're already 45 seconds left on the first round here. So actually what we're seeing here is some interesting plays. Slow and goes. We are the blue team here. We are defending, trying not to get this in. So while this is happening, let's talk a little bit about what we saw last week on the game. Unfortunate little caught off guard by Melon there. What we did see last week was an impressive play in the first round with the 13-0. We also had D go 16-0, which is a beautiful thing. Speaking of which, D getting the nice, wonderful clutch, getting a 4K there. I would say D does deserve this this little bit of glazing here, going 16-0 last week. I wonder how it's going to go this time around. What do you think?
Yeah, I do think that she deserves the glazing that she is getting right now. She did an incredible job last game, and I didn't even watch it, but I heard everyone cheering about it. Indeed, just coming in and not dying.
Yeah.
That was insane. Yeah, she definitely deserves it.
Yeah, it's definitely just very impressive. I've been playing Valorant with D recently, and it's consistent. It's consistently D is a very good player. So it's good to see D really pulling her punch. Really throwing her punches hard here in this first game. We'll see how it goes. Actually, I did just realize something we've neglected to speak about, unfortunately, because of just all the craziness going on. Point Park University is actually currently going against RADFORD University. So apologies for the lack of information there. Yes, we don't really have any real things to see, but that's okay.
There's no like graphics or anything this time.
For us.
For us.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think there might be a lack of graphics just overall. However, it's okay. We are seeing a very slow play here. It does seem like Point Park is on the ups here. Ooh, Colin might be able to get a back. Ooh, unfortunately. Ooh, slow and steady goes. Does get one. Playing in the smoke here. Another one. Colin gets 2 kills on that flank. Nice job. Ooh, Fade is slowly pushing in from the side. Nice work, D.
Nice work. Flawless.
Yes. So clearly it seems like Point Park is doing very well right now so far. But again, this is just a round 2, so we don't know how it's going to go. But so far, it seems really strong. We've got good plays here. Playing together, playing on cue. Colin doing that flank there was pretty interesting. Does seem like they have an idea of where everything is. Let's talk a little bit about Colin. What happened last week with Colin?
Colin got a 33 kills.
33 kills.
which was insane. Wasn't that like the most?
That 33 kills is Colin was the fourth or fifth person.
It was the fourth.
The fourth person to get a 30 plus kill game in one of our Point Park matches. So that is a very, very outstanding accomplishment, especially for our green team here. Colin did a fantastic job, so we'll hopefully be able to see a continuation of that beautiful quality. Angel was able to dash in there, get a kill. Fortunately, didn't get too much there. Millen holding that angle. See what's gonna happen here. Ooh, nice headshot with Melon.
No peeking.
All right. 1v3. Let's see what's going to happen here. Going to have to play it slow. All of them holding the hell out of that angle.
Will Melon come in with the clutch?
Does switch. Does get one.
One enemy
Goes into the other.
Another 3.
Oh!
Oh!
Very close.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. That was a really good plan, Melon. Unfortunately, it just seems like the Omen there had it under wraps, unfortunately. Oh, that was really close. That was really close. I was seeing a lot of potential in that play.
I was also seeing a lot of potential too. It could have been an amazing clutch.
Yeah. And Omen was fairly low there, and obviously Melon would not entirely know that. Again, we though the comms might have been there, so maybe. Melon did know, but that was very close, very close. Unfortunate. All right, so let's talk a little bit about just this map entirely. This map, it's got an interesting play here. Got a split of A and B with a mid that's really clear. Similar to, it's like very interesting. So it's going to be weird to rotate between them because it's just, you're going to be playing with some sort of, what's the word? Apologies. There will be, you will be exposed if you try to rotate over regardless of where you go. So it's going to be difficult to really rotate that. We're going to see some slow play here with Fade. It does get downed. That's good.
And it also does seem like a map that we have not really played yet before this season.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen this map in any of the other games that we have done so far.
Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about you, Liz, since you're new here. What do you usually do for the Point Park Esports team?
I normally am the observer for the games. So whether it be Valorant, League, or Rocket League, I am normally the person observing for the games. I have been to almost every single game we have had so far, except for one.
Right.
And I feel like I'm doing a decent job.
You're doing a great job.
At it. But yeah, that's mainly what I do. This is my first time casting. I've wanted to cast for a while. I just never really had the chance until now, until we didn't have pre-decided casters for the game. So yeah.
You just get that read up on there. Does whiff that Reyna a little bit, unfortunately. Ooh, makes it out at 4 health. Angel does get the kill on Reyna. It is a back and forth here. It is now a 2v3. Now 2v2. Good. Oh my goodness. Melon does get one, but it unfortunately just doesn't get a chance to finish off that Omen. Does have to play slowly here. Ooh, very close.
Very close indeed.
One on site. 2. And one's playing out there. Oh. It's now a 1v2. Melon is playing here. Quick switch. 6 bullets. Oh, unfortunately, the bullet count was not there. They did lose to the Fade, so unfortunately. We are going to be seeing some interesting here. So let's continue what you were saying, Liz. So you did want to cast before, but it is definitely a little nerve-wracking to do your first. This is a
Yeah.
very interesting first cast, I would
This
say.
is a very interesting first cast.
They can't really put a name to face here,
Yeah,
can they?
maybe eventually they'll be able to.
Maybe. You did your makeup and everything.
I know.
Which is really
I
funny.
literally did my makeup for the stream. However, because it's kind of
Face your
jank right now, you have no face to the name.
Yes. You might have a face to my name though, and if you still remember what I look like, thank you for watching as many streams that you have, because that means you were watching our streams. Thank you so much. Anyway, speaking of streams, do you recall what our next couple of streams are gonna be?
I believe our next stream is tomorrow, and it is Rocket League and League tomorrow.
Yep, I'm pretty sure that is the case. So I believe at 7 o'clock around that time is going to be our Rocket League game. And as always, we have 8:30 our League of Legends game. So that'll be another interesting event where we're going to have 2 different games, same stream. Going to be a lot.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about how that went. League of Legends made me so sad last week. I still don't know much about it, but it did get me in the feels, feeling how disappointed League of Legends team was. It was painful. And then the Rocket League team having some scruffs at the beginning, however, pulling it at the end there. Fortunately, Melon did get Ted tapped there. See some play here. D unfortunately getting out. Got Melon left.
Melon again. 1v1. Come on, Melon.
Nice work, Melon. Melon is pulling. Is playing really nicely. This game, doing a lot for the team here. Is forced to do a lot of clutch ups, but well, they're getting it. Already at 10-3. That's great to see.
That is great to see.
Yeah. So, we're back to it. Let's talk a little bit about our play here. So it seems like they're going to actually be playing a little split up here, going up ahead. So actually, I'm a little curious. When you watch this, what's the biggest thing that you kind of notice as someone who doesn't really play the game? All you do is really observe it. Obviously, you've been doing a wonderful job observing. What do you look for in like a fight that like really tells you, hey, this is something to stream? I mean, this is something to look at.
What I mainly look for is if someone is like shooting, either that or if the enemy team is very close to a certain player, then I would switch to that player to see if there's anything specific that happens, if there's a battle, or if there is just like a 1v1, or if someone is planting.
Right.
Then I would switch to there. And also I would just switch around between all the players to see if there is any any good kills, good clutches that come into play. And just overall look for good shots of the players in action in the game.
Okay. So D is kind of playing here. Ooh, they are going to be pulling in the back there. Colin getting that nice shot, and Melon getting the other one. Good win again. Defenders did let 2 off, but they are still in the lead, 5-2. So we'll see what's going to happen now. Melon at 12-3, looking really nice. Great work. So let's talk a little bit about our other players here. Melon is interestingly playing pretty nicely this time around, pulling themselves up there. Let's see here. Let's look a little bit about their scores. Apologies while we figure this one out. Let's see a little bit of the game. Ooh, Colin getting a nice flash out there. Did get 1, fortunately, not being able to get as many as that felt like it could have gotten, but that's all right. Gonna play. Ooh. Unfortunately, Daystar getting out of there. was known as Elevate in the last game, so. Oh, that Omen. All right. So, let's talk about Melon, our top dog right now. Ooh, it is. It's left to Melon and D here. Melon did get one. Ooh, it's a 1v1.
It's a 1v1 again.
Oh. See, Melon having to clutch this up again. It's interesting to see. Ooh, maybe trying to play a little flank here. That Fade does have the spike. Gonna play slow. Oh. Dear.
Waiting for the opponent first.
Ooh, and a nice headshot.
Nice.
Melon again really playing great today. That's very great to see. So Melon is actually, just as everyone else in this team, is a rookie. And this is the green team, so they're like placed here because they're good. They're rookies learning the game, getting better at it, and eventually maybe they have the chance to just fill in the spots that fill in the spots whenever the seniors of the gold team leave. So this is kind of like a up and coming kind of team here. We're actually going to talk a little bit about Melon's performance breakdown. This might be a little outdated though.
Yeah. So Melon's KDA is a 49, 44, and 19. So 49 kills, 44 deaths, and 19 assists. So that is a pretty good kills ratio that he has going on. Average combat score is 159 to 204 to 251.
Last player standing.
I can't English, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Economy rating is 52, 44, and 63. And First Bloods is 3 total, one on each agent played. Has planted twice, defused 3 times, and has a well-rounded contributions to the objective play.
That basically means that Melon usually kind of plays behind there, having to kind of forced to play a little bit more passively because they're usually the one kind of just covering up for the other players here. So it does seem like this time around Melon is stepping up their game.
I know.
Getting up ahead there. I think that's 18-3 now?
That is 18-3.
That is pretty dang good. And that kills to death ratio, honestly, from this game, that's going to be more like maybe around like 50 something to 45, 46.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's a heck of a skyrocket there. I'm going to see this. All right. It is it's tied agents here. 7-2 now we have, so Point Park still in the lead there. Pretty nice lead here. Have Elevate, aka Daystar, doing a nice headshot. Doing some recon here.
But yeah,
Ooh,
Melon
another
is
beautiful headshot by Melon.
But yeah, Melon is definitely constantly setting up their teammates to succeed in a lot of ways.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Oh dear, another maybe possible tech issue occurring. Yep, sorry, tech issue. It looks like Fluffy Day has a tech issue, unfortunately. Another little issue. Is that a ping issue? No, it seems more of like a maybe keyboard just kind of cutting out there, unfortunately. Tech pause, maybe. We might have a tech pause, so we'll see. While they figure stuff out, we might have to continue. We might have to make some stuff. Oh, they're good. We're gonna continue. Looks like looks good. All right.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah. So Colin did get. Thankfully did not get punished for that aggressive push there. Melon unfortunately does get down. However, uses ability. Oh, can Melon find a person to eliminate by then? Gonna have to play really heavily. Ooh, Colin's
just waiting.
Yeah. Oh no, unfortunately Melon peeks out there trying their best to be able to get a kill, but unfortunately just gets eliminated before the chance comes. Oh, Colin does dodge that. And returns it with their own ultimate.
Oh, wow.
Nice kill.
Come on, Colin.
Oh my goodness. That Reyna did successfully make it through. I wonder if Colin's going to be able to catch that. D is holding that other angle. Being careful. Oh, D, nice headshots. Nice. Nice. D getting those 2 beautiful headshots and Colin returning it by eliminating Reyna. That is great for Point Park. 9-2 now. Looking great to see. Ooh, look at that. Melon with 21-5. That is great. Meanwhile, D with 12-4 and Colin with 10-8. Angel with 6-8 and Daystar slash Elevate, we'll be referring to Daystar as Elevate, is 3-7. So honestly, this is looking great.
This
for
is pretty good.
Yeah, this is a great game for Melon. Usually playing more passively. This is great to see.
This is a great game for Green Team so far in general.
Yeah, already 9-2, playing very nicely here. D did pull up that wall. They didn't fall for it, isolating a person. So, going to see what's going to happen this time. Still holding it strong. Ooh, a flank is going to happen maybe. Have Colin just holding that out. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Just holding that. Alrighty. Ooh. Be playing that ult. Did play it. That's, ooh, 2
nice
beautiful headshots by Angel there. Colin does flash out, getting the elimination on Cypher. That means 1 person left. That's Fade. Beautiful.
Flawless.
Nice. Ooh. 3K with Colin. Assisted by D there. Ooh, Colin did pull up ahead of D. It seems like Colin and D are the 2 players that of last week playing beautifully. They're getting a run for their money with Melon up in the top there.
Know. Doing really well.
Melon did tell me I have to glaze him a lot this game. I was like, you gotta give me a reason to do that. And I gotta say, he's doing that.
I know.
He's definitely doing that. So I'm glad to see Melon really pulling themselves up there at the top. It's good to see. Meanwhile, we are seeing on the enemy team, it does seem like our highest player is 10-10. That is the Omen. Did switch sides this time. Sides now. Oh, apologies. Not switch sides. Well, yes, switch sides.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we switched sides. That's my fault.
We switched sides last round, or was it this round?
I think this is the round that they switched. So this is the second half. Right, D does have Spike here, planting it. Melon does come out in around the back. Doesn't seem like, ooh, might be able to catch that one off guard. Colin did, sorry, apologies. Elevate got a wonderful buzz on that Reyna. Reyna is known
Headshot.
to play here. Colin pushing aggressively. Does right click, unfortunately not getting that elimination, but Melon finishing it off.
I think it was D that finished it off.
Melon.
Oh, Melon.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about some other people in our team.
Let's talk about D.
Sorry?
Let's talk about D.
You want to talk about D? Let's talk about D. Let's talk about D. So let's look at D. D is a second-year student here, is a rookie though. They are usually the person who usually plays or Vise, Killjoy, those characters. So it's nice to see that, again, the usual mains still working really nicely for our players here. Right now what we're looking at is a, again, this paper is a little behind right now, but that's all right. We are looking at a 57, 52, and 21 kill death assist ratio. However, definitely from last game, that is not true anymore because of the 16 non-deaths. Unfortunately, seems like their push is being halted a little bit. Ooh, Melon does get that kill. Let's get cornered here. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Gets the elimination on that Reyna. Unfortunately getting taken down by the Fade. Surprisingly didn't get eliminated by the Reyna there. Reyna just kept missing those shots. It'll be fun to see. So let's talk a little bit more about D while we're waiting, while we're watching Elevate rotate here against Daystar. So it does look like we have Yeah, let's look at that.
30 seconds left.
So it looks like D's combat score from when this was printed out. We have 313, 283, and 161. With an economy rating of 84, 69, nice,
Nice.
and 65 with 12 first bloods. Nice work. That's very good to see. We are going to see playing a little interesting. They did. Daystar did get that plant off, so now it's going to be a matter. Unfortunately, getting caught trying to watch over that top. I mean that heaven over there did get sniped by the fade. Ooh, apologies. No, I think that was the breach that did that. Do you want to talk about?
Colin?
Mm-mm.
Who are we talking about?
Let's talk about Angel.
Angel? Okay. Angel is a first-year student, also a rookie. Is a jet specialist, and their debut was competed in all 3 maps of Point Park Academy's opening series. Agent and pool matches, Jet for 3 maps, leaned fully into the duelist role as entry and space creator, but is still fighting consistently but showing flashes of potential in early rounds. The KDA of Angel is a 31-55-9 ratio, which I think is pretty good, especially for a rookie. The average combat score is 136 to 133 to 144. Again, I would say is pretty good. Pretty good. And the economy rating is 32, 27, and 46. And 2 total first bloods, starting to find entry opportunities. And 1 plant and 1 diffuse so far. Then again, this is also a bit old, so it's probably changed since this was created.
Yep. So Angel is one of our rookies here, along with everyone else in the team. It seems like Angel is kind of figuring out themselves in the team, figuring out what exactly they want, how they want to play their character, especially playing Jet here. So it seems to be they just kind of have to figure it out. Unfortunately, did get eliminated there. However, Point Park is on attacker, winning at 11-4, so that only means a total of 2 more wins and they get it home. It is a even matchup right now with 1 eliminated on both teams right now. What was I planning to say? Oops.
Oops.
Oh no. Okay, that's all right. Apologies. A little bit. Some stuff's dropped. Almost knocked over. The Red Bull. Red Bull, the sponsor of our stream. Thank you, Red Bull, for giving us a wonderful energy drink to be able to drink during these games. Gives us some sort of energy to keep going, especially during these tech issues that hopefully we'll be able to figure out before the end of next stream. Speaking of our tech issues, unrelated and definitely not due to them, and it's just our fault for having some issues. Thank you, Extron and RPC Video, for providing us with the equipment to make these streams. Fortunately, due to some errors on our part, they're not being really shown in the best light they could be. However, hopefully soon you'll be able to see that quality come back up for now.
Without you guys, these streams would not be possible. Esports most likely would not be possible as a whole. So thank you so much.
Yep. So it does seem like Point Park did get that plant down. We'd have Fade playing slow here at 7 HP, so therefore, as to play back, going to save the Guardian. That means it does seem like Point Park is at 12-4. A winning ratio. 1 more, and that means Point Park takes the first round. Play slow here. We'll take a little bit of time to give the ambiance.
My blind is dead.
Point Park does get that. What? Daystar does get eliminated by the spike there. Oh dear, that's fun. So it does seem like the Fade was able to save that weapon going to the next round. We're going to see possibly match point find about Point Park.
Point Park coming
We've got
in clutch.
Melon at 26-8 now. Very nice work, Melon. Close. We have D about 11 kills underneath with 15. Nice. And Colin around that too. Ooh, Melon pushing pretty heavy. I wonder if Melon might be playing a little more aggressively, knowing that they're winning these fights here. Fortunately, does get shot in the head, shot out by the Omen. Does use their ult, so it's going to be interesting to see whether or not they'll be able to find it. Melon was the one that did the revenge, did eliminate the Omen there. Returning back. It's a 4v2 now. See if
Last player
RADFORD will be able to clutch us up. It is now left to this breach. It's a 1v4. Ooh! Getting eliminated by the enemy, eliminated by our breach. Therefore, Point Park takes home the first win.
Yippee!
Yay.
And also props to the other team as well. They are still playing pretty well.
Yeah, they're trying their best to combat Point Park Green's crazy, just upskill head. And guess what we just got?
Yeah!
We got the camera back. We fixed the camera one step at a time. We're getting the technology to work again.
Slowly but surely.
This is Kago. This
I'm Liz. You now have a face.
to the name. So, surprise. What you might have not known is Liz is also a quote-unquote roommate of mine. I get the chance to cast with basically both of my roommates.
Yeah. It's a long story.
Long story.
That.
However, it's just nice to have another person in our dorm. So, but anyways, just the fact that we have I'm casting with another basically roommate is just kind of funny. Anyways. While we're waiting for this next game to start up, let's talk about that last game, how it went. So let's talk about that last game a little bit before we just break for a little bit and allow the next game to start. So again, Point Park did wonderfully. They got the 13-4. They were able to really pull it there.
Melon was really killing it out there.
Melon was doing a wonderful job. So we're going to see if this continues to the next game, if Melon's going to be on top again, or maybe someone new, a new face will pull themselves up to the top.
Maybe D or Colin will take the top again.
Possibly, or maybe a new face like Angel or Daystar. We'll see. Anyways, I think that's a good time, good place to wrap up for now. We will be back when the next round starts. Goodbye. Hello, welcome back. This is Point Park Esports. Thank you for tuning back in. So after that little break, me and a couple of others, Liz and our director and all that, we had a little bit of communication, just figuring out some stuff, seeing what we can and we can't do with the technology, talking about like what we can do to just improve everything, because so far it's just kind of like awkward right now.
Yeah.
I've done this a couple times, but I'm like currently out of the mindset because of how odd the technology is right now. However, it's okay. Anyways, let's talk about what happened last game. So last game, that was a 13-4, a beautiful game for Point Park. That means they are still in a nice lead here. That means 3 wins in a row now, because last week they got that nice 13-0, which we keep mentioning because it was good.
And it was insane, too.
And it's impressive. And the 13-4, I think, again. So
Yeah, it was a 13-4 again last week.
So it is a consistent winning hard. So we'll be seeing whether or not this is going to consist in the next game. While we wait for the game to start, let's talk a little bit about Valorant. Liz, explain to me, how do you feel about Valorant?
Well, as I've been observing these streams, I have gotten pretty interested in Valorant. However, I personally own a MacBook, and Valorant cannot run on a MacBook, so I can't play the game myself unless I am in the esports room. So, I still don't know much about the game. I haven't really watched anything besides the esports streams themselves on the game or read anything about the game. So I'm still very lost on what it's about, like what the agents are, what their ults are, and what they do, and all that.
Yeah, honestly, the game feels like a lot at first.
Yeah.
But eventually, after you like get exposed to it, it makes more sense.
That's like other first person shooters as well.
Yes.
Like
After you get that exposure, it starts to make more sense, because the basic fundamentals, I would say, is have gun, shoot head, stand still if you're playing this kind of game.
and we're starting.
And it seems like we're beginning on Ascent. So this is the second map. Last map was...
We chose the second map.
Yep.
The opposing team chose the first map.
Yep. So now that we're on Ascent, we're going to go through. Since this is Ascent, we are going to have D on KJ, the usual. We got Melon usually playing Clove. We've got Angel playing Phoenix here. Cullen is playing Cypher, so that's interesting to see a double Sentinel play. And we'll be seeing, a switch out from Daybreak, aka Elevate, into Lawless.
Ooh.
Lawless is playing Sova, so this is going to be interesting to see. Usually Lawless is the one that plays Cypher, so it's going to be...
Normally Lawless plays Cypher, so this is pretty interesting and different.
So that'll be interesting to see. On the opposing end here for RADFORD, we have Marky Bear as in playing Sova. We have Reyna playing most likely. We have so apology about that little bit of an error.
Apologies.
We have Sova play. We have Sova. We have Reyna. We have KJ, Clove, and we are
Going in.
No, I don't think this is actually going in. I think this might be going out.
Are we going out?
Yep.
Yep.
Not sure what happened there. Another little bit of a tech issue. Honestly, there's a lot of things going on. Last week we had a little bit of a issue going on as well with the Rocket League stream. So it's kind of the consistent is a little worrying, I would have to admit.
It is a little bit worrying, but it seems like in the chat someone said that like someone connected their Xbox to their mouse, and so they lost their mouse.
Xbox? What are they doing? Playing on Xbox?
If you're playing Xbox Val on Xbox for this,
I don't think you're supposed to be allowed to do that.
Yeah, either that or it might be how in Rocket League someone connects their controllers to the computer to play. They might be doing that.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to play on controller.
True.
Yeah.
That is true.
So it's interesting to that the controller was plugged in. What's going on there?
What's going on? Oh no!
We've got a secret controller player here. That's some craziness.
Oh no!
Oh, all right. So while this is while we're waiting for another game happening, let's play a little game. Can the stream see us or not? Can the stream see us? I don't think so
I got
right
it.
now.
Thumbs up.
We get thumbs up. They do see us. Hello,
yeah.
hello.
Hello.
Thank you for seeing. If you haven't put two and two together, we are completely relying on the efforts of our wonderful director here. Thank you, director.
Thank you, director.
Yeah, thank you. Wherever the director is. Anyways, so let's talk a little bit about Valorant's last game. So while we're waiting for this to work out, what do you think Valorant? What do you think Point Park did that just made them kind of dominate over Radford last game?
What I noticed is like Melon and D were the ones that mainly pushed and were the ones that were very aggressive, rather than like Angel was staying back to try and protect the rest of the team. Colin was also staying back to protect the rest of the team. And Daybreak was also trying their best to protect the team as well, while D and Melon were the ones that were pushing forward. And Angel was planting most of the time, I also noticed during the game, too, which seemed to have been helping.
Yeah.
And that very aggressive approach that they took definitely seemed to have helped them dominate, rather than what they have maybe done in previous games.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the switch up from last week to this week. Last week, it was mainly D and Colin really pushing themselves up to the top there. But I think this time around, they're giving the opportunity to the other players to be able to really push themselves out there, give themselves the opportunity to really play for the team, kind of like taking this match as our whole team is good. We like giving them the chance to like really shine there. Kind of the biggest thing, especially with Melon. Last week, it seemed like Melon was pretty low.
Yeah.
But that was seemingly only because Melon didn't get the opportunity to really play and be aggressive. So it's good to see that in this that last match there, the change from maybe down, barely breaking positive to going, I think that was 21, 20,
That was like 21.
21-ish, maybe
Yeah,
26.
21 to like 26-ish is what it was.
Kills and about 8, 9 deaths. That's
6,
pretty
7?
good. No. You can't force a 6, 7 and a 8. At that rate, you go 6, 9.
Nice.
Anyway. Okay. So, while we wait for this next game, we shall talk about us. Since we just finished talking about the game. So, Liz.
Okay, go.
How is your day?
I think my day has been pretty good. I don't have any classes on Mondays, which is really nice. And as of right now, I also cannot work because, surprise, surprise, you can't see it, but I severely sprained my ankle. Oopsies. About a week ago. And because of that, it's hard for me to work. But it's great because that means I don't have to stay in the playhouse until 5 every day. So that means on Mondays, I can just sleep and rest, come to esports, and that's it.
Yeah.
So today's been a very chill day. How about you, Kego? How are you doing?
Honestly, I'm doing all right. I would say I'm doing pretty great. I slept for a little bit today, and after I got out of bed, I did some work, and after that, I went to the esports meeting, and at the esports meeting, we talked about how to make our streams better for the viewers.
I'm so sorry to cut you off, but now the
That's
match
all
is starting.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe this time.
Maybe this time the match will actually start.
So while this is starting, would you like to relay what's being played on Point Park's team? Let's see if you remember the names. Let's play a little game.
No.
All right, I'll give you a hint. Starting from the top, it starts with a K.
K. Killjoy?
Yes, Killjoy.
So D is playing Kill. Oh, and we're starting.
So while this is going in, we
So
have.
D is playing Killjoy.
Who is Melon playing?
Clove.
Clove, good. Who is Angel playing?
Phoenix.
Nice. Colin.
Cypher.
Yes, and Lawless.
Sava.
Close. Sova.
Sova.
That's honestly really good. I have to admit, that's really good.
I'm learning,
You're
guys.
learning. You're learning the players.
learning.
So on the opposing team, they have almost the very similar composition here, except instead of Cypher and Phoenix, they have KO and starts with an R.
R.
Reina. Reina. Oh my God, you got it. It's Reina. So that is our opposing team. As I said before, it's interesting to see Point Park doing a double sentinel play. That means they will have a really nice defense team here. Speaking of which, they are playing defense in this first half, so hopefully that shows Point Park going to be able to get quite a few, quite a lot of wins in this first half since they're playing defense.
Right now, Angel seems to be trying to take a more aggressive approach than what he did the last game.
Yes, that is a good spot. So we might be seeing Angel being the one pulling ahead on this one. Melon again pushing up there. Alongside we have Lawless holding in that mid angle. It does seem like RADFORD playing rotating from B to A this time. Ooh, first blood goes to the Clove on the opposing team. Ooh, a nice flick from Flawless to the KJ.
Flawless.
Fortunately, Lawless. Unfortunately, getting a headshot by the Clove. Let's talk a little bit about let's talk a little bit about our new player here, Lawless. So Lawless normally does play Cypher.
30 seconds left.
So they've made a couple appearances in our apologies. They've made a couple appearances in our games so far. Most recognizably last week on the second round they played and they did quite well. They were almost at the top, unfortunately not getting, and to be honest, I think it's really hard to be able to get it at the top. Ooh, actually a 1v1 right now.
1v1.
Ooh,
and
nice
D comes in
work,
with the kill.
D playing that really carefully. It does seem like they lost a little bit of ground there. But thankfully D was able to take that in. Colin in, at top right now with 2 eliminations. But back to Lawless, again, he did do quite well in that last week's game. Only reason why Lawless wasn't at the top was because Colin was doing that 33. So, Lawless is a very good player. We'll be able to see if Lawless will be able to pull themselves to the top at this time.
And Lawless is also a rookie, correct?
Yes, that is indeed true. Everyone in this team is a rookie. They've either their first year here in Point Park or their first time playing competitively in this game. So it's cool to see that we have quite a large amount of players in the Valorant competitive scene, and seeing that they, regardless of the skill level, we have something to see, right?
Yeah.
So right now we're seeing
Melon coming in with like the sniper.
Yeah, it does look like RADFORD rotated from A to B this time. I wonder if Point Park's going to be able to catch on to that. We did see that first win on with Point Park, so they do have the money advantage. We'll see if Point Park will be playing aggressively here since they already have that advantage. Ooh, Angel with a nice flash, being able to take out one. D returning with the second with the push onto site.
Will Angel come in with another kill?
I wonder if they're going to push into that Clove smoke. They do have the advantage here. 5-2. Nice kill with Angel. Angel playing really aggressive. Might be pushing out there.
Angel is killing it.
Might be a double peek. Ooh. With the nice flash with Angel with the nice flash peeking out. Thankfully, before the flash was able to expire, did figure out that Sova was behind him. So that was a nice kill.
No, yeah, Angel is definitely doing really well so far. Angel has assisted 2 kills and has killed 3 and is at the top so far, and only 1 death.
Yeah, that seemed like, again, what we've been talking about, where they're giving the opportunity for each player to shine. And right now we're seeing, I guess this time, Angel get that moment of glory. Whew.
There they are.
Good to see that.
It's very good to see that.
Yeah, it's good to see every player in in this roster has a considerable role in the game. Unfortunately, Lawless getting caught in their ability there by the Clove. See if they'll be able to push. Oh, fortunately, they're losing the sight control.
Oh, wow.
Cullen, ooh, wow. Getting that kill with the Spectre from all that distance away, kind of nerve-wracking, especially with that, especially with our enemy team with Vandals. Can't believe he was able to get that through. D getting a nice shot. Angel playing out there, does wall it off. Where's the last player?
Where
Ooh. From underneath, they weren't expecting that one, except Melon did get that trade-off, eliminating the Clove. That means Point Park, so far,
3-0.
Yeah, 3-0. Looks good. So, Liz, tell me, what do you see that Point Park is doing that RADFORD is struggling to fight against?
It seems like what Point Park is doing is they are spreading out. Each player is going in pretty decent away from each other, trying to cover as much ground as possible, while the other team with RADFORD, they are staying as close together as possible, which is making it very difficult for them to keep more of their players alive. As most of them, at least from what I saw from the past couple rounds, have been in just the same general area. And there's no one, from what I've seen, like guarding each other, keeping them on their backs. Everyone's just trying to shoot and kill rather than go to protect the players.
That's a good point. So we just saw a little bit of a play there. We Melon almost getting flashed out there. Does dodge it. Melon having that control over the side, getting another kill. 4K. That is a beautiful 4K. So, in that game, I saw quite an interesting play there by our Angel. Unfortunately, getting a nice kill on the Clove. However, the Clove did ult there. I think it would have been a better play to attempt to flee that one before that Clove was able to come out with that ult, because since that ult's out there, they have an opportunity to come back alive stronger than previously. And unfortunately, that did give did have Angel lose a life to that Clove, returning Clove back into the game. So we're hoping to see that maybe a little bit more of a cautious play style. Again, they're trying to give the opportunity to Angel and the other players to be able to really show themselves in the team. However, that doesn't mean that they have to play recklessly.
No, it doesn't.
That does not mean
they
want to
still play cautiously, but still be able to get the spot.
Exactly. To be able to get those good kills, you also need to be able to back it up with good play style.
Like what we just saw with Melon. Melon getting that kill, hiding, and then once saw the opportunity, came out, shot the target, killed the target, and then went back into their hiding spot.
Unfortunately, Melon did get killed by their own ultimate, trying to get the opportunity to revive themselves. Ooh. It's a hard rotate onto protecting that site. I wonder if Point Park is going to stay there or spread back out to allow some coverage over on B site.
But yeah, that is the tactic that I was talking about, as you just saw, with the other team staying close together,
30 seconds
rather
left.
than spreading out more like what Point Park is currently doing.
Ooh. Lawless slowly getting picking at that KJ, but eventually did get that elimination. Does seem like D's utility was able to hold off B site fairly well. Did get 2 eliminations with D's util. Left to Reyna on 5 seconds remaining.
Come on.
Having to play a save here. Good decision. See if they'll be able to take a couple picks off while they're waiting. And unfortunately, that does mean Radford is 5 down. Point Park is doing pretty well. This is looking good.
This is looking pretty good.
I'm going to say it. Knock on wood. This could be a possible 13-0.
This could be another. This could be a
Point Park
13-0.
has been playing quite beautifully so far with beautiful, with great just communication, playing off of each other. It seems like there was only the one time at the very beginning where there was a genuine close game. But after that, it seems like they locked in. They're playing with each other. They're communicating. Their gunplay is quite nice. So far, they've been winning their gunfights. Therefore, they're up ahead. Maybe this might be another
possibly
lossless game.
Wouldn't this be another 13, like third week in a row that we've had a 13-0?
Third week in a row?
Or is it
The
just
second week.
Second week in a row.
Yeah, second week in a row. Oh, they are.
Either way, that
Ooh.
is pretty good.
Radford pushing kind of hard onto the site, or at least attempting to. Unfortunately, wasn't able to. Cullen getting a nice headshot. Lawless returning that with another kill on the Reyna and Clove. That means there's 3 left on that site. That push got shut down immediately. Angel running in from the behind.
Throwing up that firewall.
One enemy remaining.
Close. That last player, they're kind of stuck there. Angel getting the final kill on that round,
And
getting
that
a
was
6.
flawless.
Oh, that is another that is a flawless. That push got shut down by Point Park. It's really nice to see that.
That was an
honestly the
immediate
biggest thing with Radford with that play. They just didn't commit to the push because it seemed like they wanted to push hard. However, they just didn't have anyone push out.
They did. Everyone kept chickening out. And
Yeah,
because of
like
that,
it was
they
kind of a mixture.
lost.
Yeah, it was kind of a mixture of their initiator not playing, their playing out, so the duelist was able to push out. The duelist did not do. The duelist did not have that opportunity to be able to push out and get hopefully get some picks. Therefore, they kind of got stuck in that little spot, not being able to move. And eventually, they just kept getting picked off, which is kind of the weird part because they didn't even push out yet.
No.
So it ended up seeming like just like an unfortunate failure to push.
Unfortunate turn of events for them.
Yeah. So again, they're in this position trying to push out. Ooh, Angel with a nice kill through the smoke. Ooh. Does seem like... Oh. Looks like Sova was not able to get that any kills with that ultimate. Ooh, trying to hold the back for flanks. Seems like they failed their check. Ooh, nice distance headshot by Melon there.
Melon has, what I've noticed, seems to be
One
getting very
enemy
good at the
remaining.
sniper kills.
Yeah,
down.
they have been getting very good. Their aim has been increasing. They've been more and more accurate throughout the game. Seems like they've been definitely trying to get better at the game. It's good to see that.
And it's very admirable, too, with how much effort they are putting in
30
to
seconds
this
left.
game.
Exactly. So again, it seems like that push got shut down. I think this time though, it just came up to unfortunate pushing. What's it called? The gunfights just seemed like Point Park was continuously winning that. I'm thinking possibly the confidence of Radford is kind of dwindling because of that.
Did Melon get that headshot?
I think Melon did. Ooh, speaking of Melon, Melon is at
Oh, wow.
11-13, doing really nicely. We have Colin at 7-2, Angel at 7-3, D at 6-1, and Lawless at 4-3. You know what that means? Point Park is all positive right now. That is looking really nice.
That is very good.
That means Point Park. Now, Point Park at all positive. That is really nice to see.
Yeah.
Apologies. Ugh.
Each of the players have been making such good progress throughout this game. And Melon, Lawless have definitely been standing out, and Angel as well have been standing out to me throughout this game.
Okay, so it seems like they want to push out to A site again. We'll see if they'll be able to push. This time it does seem like they tried to do... Ooh, Cullen, another kill through the smoke. Point Park getting these really lucky headshots through the smoke. More unfortunately meaning shutting down the push again. If that didn't happen, they probably would have committed to the push.
They would have committed to the push if it
push.
didn't get shut down by Colin.
Yeah, that was a very unfortunate incident. for Radford. Honestly, that's just unlucky for them. Ooh, Cullen might be getting caught off guard there. So we're seeing some play here. Might be pushing out again.
Are they pushing out?
30 seconds left.
Ooh.
Fight after fight.
This time they're really starting to commit to the push out, and it's showing a lot. This might not be.
Yeah, I think honestly they fixed what their problem was there, was just not committing to their pushes. This time they did commit to it. It's now D up against the three of these players. That's a nice headshot. 1v1.
1v1.
Sova in the hell there.
Ooh.
Oh, unfortunately, D goes down to Sova. Therefore, it's a 7-1. That is the first win for Radford. Honestly, I think the biggest thing that made the Radford actually win there was Point Park not expecting Radford to be able to Radford to be pushing out like that, pushing out, since they've been playing so passively. Every time something goes a little bit wrong, they back off. So it's a good. So it's crazy to see Radford just kind of changing themselves, and just committing to that A push, shutting down 2 people, and then continuously pushing through. Therefore, they were able to just get control over that site, which is definitely something you have to do when you're going against 2 Sentinels. You have to get control of that site. Those Sentinels having so much control over a area that they decide to bunker down on, especially with 2 Sentinels, that means regardless of which site you go to, you're gonna have to deal with a Sentinel who's got the site locked down. So it's that basically just means Radford committed.
They finally committed.
They finally
and it
committed. Yeah, it's just. So we're going to see this next run. Let's see if they're going to be able to understand what made them win that last round. Got Lawless holding out that angle, maybe being able to get a kill or 2. Does seem like they're Radford is playing a little behind. Slow back. I think they rotated to B this time. Interesting to see. They might be playing slow again. Alrighty. Tell me, Liz. What do you think? Point Park. 30
seconds.
Radford is kind of excelling now. Like what's going on?
It seems like after.
Ooh, what in the world?
It seems like now they're able to use that aggressiveness that they used the last round and put it towards this round.
Yes. So
At least they tried to. They tried to go for another push, it looks like. However, they got shut down again.
yes, and I think that was actually another commitment issue, because they seemed like they weren't really sure whether or not to push A or B. So by the time they got onto the site, the time was running low, and they were forced to either make the play or try to get some picks off, and that just kind of ultimately left them stuck at the beginning of B site, and let Lawless get a couple kills there. On
a couple of really good kills.
Yeah, a couple
too,
of nice kills on that flank. Therefore, it seems like Radford didn't really understand how they got that 1 win yet.
Yeah. Radford probably are very confused right now, be like, how do we do that?
So we're going to be seeing another push on A side. We'll see if they're going to commit on this.
If they fully commit, they might luck out again.
They are playing. One already pushing on. Unfortunately, Colin getting an unfortunate whiff there. And now it's starting to see possibly Point Park losing some aiming ability here. Kind of losing their technique on that. Losing.
Oh, wow.
All right, we'll see. That is only just one of Point Park. We'll see if the rest of Point Park is able to take advantage. Nice kill with Lawless on that one. It is a Killjoy versus Killjoy. So they are kind of forced to push out of that site. There's 2 left.
1 enemy remaining.
Ooh, that is wonderful to see. Point Park seemed to be able to break Radford's Killjoy ult, and their Killjoy ult went off. Therefore, it was kind of like Radford would seem like they were banking on the fact that theirs would go off, so it'd be kind of either everyone got stunned or nobody got stunned. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and nobody got stunned.
Yeah, so it seemed like Point Park being able to break that thing, their Killjoy ult made it so Point Park was able to get that win.
And this is still a 9-1 game right now.
Yeah, so that means they are in the lead quite nicely. Let's look at the scores right now. Melon, again, still at the top, 17-4. Colin with 10-4. And I believe that was...
D at 8.
D at 8?
Yes, I believe.
Oh, ooh, this seems like a very heavy... I mean... Ooh. I was about to say it seemed like a really aggressive push, but it seemed like they slowed down quite a lot towards that end there. D catching onto the Clove, hiding in logs there. Unfortunately, whiffing on the enemy Killjoy. Oh, Angel getting caught by that.
One enemy
Ooh,
remaining.
getting a nice hit.
Spike down
Last one
B.
inside of the cubby there. Point Park getting it, and that's it.
And that's it.
Ooh, a nice 4K with Angel there.
Nice job, Angel.
Almost got the ace. Haven't seen an ace yet.
I know, I haven't seen an ace yet either.
Crazy to see. There has been a couple 4Ks.
Speaking of an ace, what is an ace, Kago?
An ace. Well, you see how many players are on each side of the team? It's a total of 5. So when you eliminate 5, so a single person eliminating 5 people on the enemy team, that is considered an ace.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so that means when Angel got that 4K, they were 1 player off from being able to get that ace. Now, if we're talking technicalities, you can technically get more than 5 eliminations, and that's just a crazy ace plus like a 6K, so 4th. And that does occur whenever, in this scenario, if Clove decides to use their ultimate. Ooh, Angel getting that elimination. Speaking of which, Clove is using that ultimate. Getting eliminated. But, as I said before, if that Clove decides to use their ultimate, that means that's technically 2 people that you eliminated, because it's the original Clove, and then they respawn themselves, and you killed them again, so that's 2 eliminations. Therefore, there's a possibility you could get 6K or 7K. Kind of the big thing here.
That's very interesting, actually, on how that works.
Yeah, so let's actually talk about the scores right now. Looks like Melon going at 21-14 now. Angel pulling themselves up to 14-4. Colin with 10-5. D at 9-3. Lawless at 7-5. Again, still a whole team. Apologies. Still the whole team being a positive. Really nice to see there. We did switch sides, so it's going to be interesting to see whether or not this double sentinel play will... Apologies. This double sentinel play will be able to...
Affects them being the attackers rather
yeah,
than the defenders.
Yeah, because they're more prone to... They're more capable as defenders than attackers, so it's going to be interesting to see if they'll be able to take that home for at least 2 games.
And if we get that, we win.
Yeah. So it seems like... Ooh... It looks like Radford rotated quite heavily. Might be seeing a flank by that Clove. I wonder if Point Park is going to be able to catch on to that. Ooh, slow. Melon. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh. Lawless. Nobody caught on. Well, at this point, it doesn't really matter. At that point, it seems like... Oh. And using a frenzy? Oh my goodness.
Insane.
That would have been... Oh my goodness. I'm seeing some crazy crazy purchases on that. Apologies, Radford there. Honestly, if Radford didn't decide to do that, ooh, maybe we'll be able to catch on to the... Oh my goodness. That Reyna being able to get an elimination and running out there. Fortunate. Ooh. It's a 50-50. Ooh, what is happening to the stream right now, unfortunately? While that's happening, whatever is going on right now, let's talk about... Oh, ping issue. Oh, jeez.
This is like what happened with the Rocket League game.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
So, people disconnected. Is this Point Parkside or the... What is happening?
What just happened?
Oh, my God.
We just...
Oh, shit. Ships. I said ships. I swear. I said ships. Oh, my goodness. What is going on here?
Goodness gracious.
Oh, shoot. Well, I wonder if that is Valorant struggling or if that is our end. Valorant has been having some server issues recently. Me and D playing last night, we did experience, for some reason, the servers were going up to maybe 200, 300 ping. So it's definitely a possibility that Pudges. Excuse me. God dang it. I tried to. Okay.
That's what I've been doing. Like, just on and off. You just see me go like this.
But yeah, it's a quite. There's a possibility that Valorant is the one at fault for this, but who knows? It's a little worrying. I don't know what that actually means for the game. If there is a 11, if we're at a game, we were in the middle of a game during a competition. Though it does seem like that wouldn't really change anything since Point Park is ahead by by 10 points. So therefore, when they come back, I imagine they'll just like do a couple quick rounds, kill off things. Though that does mean what is going to happen to the scores.
True. What is going to happen to the scores?
Yeah. So we'll see when that happens. Let's continue talking about what I was on about. So it seemed like Point Park, when they did their push onto the site, they were attempting to push with they were pushing onto site without a sentinel, with only two sentinels, and essentially meaning that they didn't really have, if I remember correctly, they only had. Okay, they still had one of every role type.
Yeah.
However, they had a priority on the defensive end. So it's interesting to see that even though they had that disadvantage on the attacker end, they were still able to push onto site pretty hard. So it seems like Radford unfortunately isn't capable of like holding on to those site, or at least at that round wasn't able to hold on to the site hard enough.
Oh, and we're back?
And we're back. It does look like, oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Oh, wow.
Wow. It does look like something. Oh my goodness. It does look like nothing too bad happened. Thankfully. It does seem like we're in a nice little pause there. Ping is pretty normal. It does look like Reyna has been disconnected. A little worrying. I don't really know what that means exactly. So they're going to be... Oh, the time is frozen, so it just means they're kind of messing around here. I wonder what's going to happen logically. Whew.
Yeah, logically, I don't...
If you did notice, that technically means Point Park lost that round. Even though technically they didn't really lose it. It's just the time, the ping, the internet, all that stuff died. Therefore, Radford did win a round, so it's just a little funky. Wonder what's going to happen here for figuring. Looks like it's trying to be discovered right now. Ooh, quite nice to see. Oh, on the stream. Nothing happened on the stream, guys. Nothing was happening. Anyways, we're looking at we're looking at a friendly conversation with the Point Park team and Radford University. They might be doing a knife fight. Oh, it looks like the Clove won against Lawless. Lawless trying to deserved. Oh,
even
jeez.
agreeing deserved.
El Sova. Oh, you hit me. Looks like. Ooh, maybe a knife fight. Oh no, they're just playing around at this point. Oh my goodness, that's quite funny to see. Ooh, and a little rave within the cloves. Oh no, another froze. Oh jeez. What is happening? Oh, I love Valorant. Disconnection from Lawless. We're back in the Ascent screen. I wonder if we'll be returning to the camera here in a second here while that's happening. Oh my goodness. Well, let's talk about Melon a little bit. Melon right now is at like 21-ish, doing really well, and on this round as well. Compared in the last round, they were also doing really well. So this is like kind of like Melon's time to shine. It seems like, right? They're doing really well. We might be interviewing Melon this time around.
I think we might be
so this is going to be interesting to see just this crazy like turn of events with Melon, kind of the spotlight, the kind of lead the one that's making these kills. That is wonderful to see that.
And honestly, Melon has been the MVP this go around.
Mm-hmm.
This round of games.
They're really doing well. So again, as everyone else in this team, they are all rookies. So this is kind of like this is their moment to kind of get to understand each other, get better at playing the game. So eventually, when the time does come, they will when the gold team graduates off from Point Park, Valorant Green is able to take some of the spots that are gone. So for now, this is just a kind of understanding how that game works, being able to play for the team, being able to shine, and it's really good to see that they're really showing that each player in our team so far is really, really good. Like, they're showing that they have the ability to do what they, to be able to win these fights, to be able to win the game, and it's good to see that. I think Melon is currently, all right. Melon is currently gold right now. I think I was watching Melon play. So it's really good to see that. Let's talk a little bit more before we go on a little break here. So right now, honestly, we don't need that. Melon has been doing really good. We've been seeing a very beautiful progression from last week, the week before that, where they were playing kind of medicore, mid to low range. However, this round, our green team was able to let them skyrocket, be able to have them have the spotlight, have them have the ability to play through, and and it gives them the opportunity to just really show themselves. So, with that being said, we'll be going a little bit of a break while we figure out what is happening. Actually, yeah, we'll go in a little moments of hold on. Maybe. It does look like this. It does look like our game is back. So I'm not entirely sure.
I'm not entirely sure what's happening because it's still paused and everyone is still.
Oh, what is happening?
Like.
Indie company, by the way. Oh, jeez. So with the. Speaking of possible issues with indie companies, this is a Point Park University is a small club ran community here. We have our players and we have our small crew with our media, our casts, our observers, all of them doing a wonderful job making what you see, what you hear, what you see on the social media, all of that comes from our crew. So thank you guys for making that possible. Thank you for the directors that are here. Thank you for being able to just be able to make stuff happen.
And especially thank you to Coach as well.
Coach and Caleb, these two have been doing pretty much as they possibly can to teach the upcoming freshmen how this works. So when they leave Point Park, we're not off in the dirt trying to figure stuff out, right? Anyways, with that being said, we wouldn't have any of this if we didn't have Extron or RPC Video to provide us with their utilities to give us what you see. And
of course,
you might be seeing this right now.
Red Bull!
Ew, Red Bull! Thank you, Red Bull, for the sponsor. That is our 3 sponsors, Extron, RPC Video, and Red Bull. Thank you for giving us the energy to keep playing, keep going. And with that being said, we're going to go on break. Thank you for coming.
Much.
We will be back again shortly. Sorry for the incredibly rough stream today. Hopefully this fixes its tomorrow for our Rocket League and League of Legends stream.
If not, expect something very similar to happen.
Yeah, some fun stuff though. I bet you like watching us suffer and such. So anyways, we're going to go on break. Kago.
Liz.
We're signing off. We'll be back.
Bye-bye.
Hello. Oh, geez, that was a very interesting event. Thank you if you're still here with us. The best way to explain it. Valorant is currently having quite a lot of issues right now. This was happening even last night where the servers were just going crazy. Honestly, don't know what's happening, but not looking good for Valorant. However, speaking of how our game is going, Radford University, bless them, they decided to concede and give Point Park the victory of this for this afternoon. Thank you so much, Radford. It was a very good game between Point Park and you. Honestly, this is a shame that we weren't able to end it the way that it should end, where it's a final brawl between the two. You guys had beautiful sportsmanship about this. Honestly, this really sucks for all of us. It's a shame that it ended this way. But thank you, like, genuinely, for just the way you all treated this, because we genuinely cared. We cared about it. We wanted to be able to give you guys the opportunity to play against us still, but we also understood, like, it is very difficult to get this to happen. Remake or just even reset or schedule this another time. It's so much. So thank you.
Yeah,
genuinely.
thank you so much for putting up with the servers on Valorant, for not being very kind to us today. Bradford, my heart goes out to all of you guys. You did amazing for what you could, and just thank you so much for the wonderful game that we had going on. It was a good game,
Yes.
and thank you.
Thank you. So, in a different light, we are going to, that technically means Point Park University takes it home. The green team is now at a, apologies, real quick, 2-1. That is looking very nice for Point Park. That means they are up ahead. Now, they are now looking better in the leaderboards now. With that being said, I would like to interview one of our players. That member in particular is Melon. Melon will interview in a second, but for now, let's say goodbye to our wonderful new caster, Liz. Say hello.
Hi.
So, just say some stuff you want to talk about, and then I guess that's when it ends.
I just want to say thank you for making this stream as fun as it could be, especially with all the situations that were happening with technology issues and server issues on Valorant. It was a pretty fun stream otherwise, and I had a good time, and I would love to cast Valorant again.
That's good. That's what really we want.
Especially because now that I've kind of picked up on some actual information about the game, it's easier for me to understand what's going on now.
That's good.
So, yeah, thank you guys so much for letting me be on stream today.
Before you leave, would you like to thank our sponsors?
Yes. I would love to thank our sponsors, actually. So, I would love to thank Red Bull, of course. Thank you, Red Bull, for giving us a caffeine addiction. I've drank so many of these ever since joining esports. I mean, then again, I have drank a lot of Red Bulls before, but now that I have access to the esports room, it's easier for me to obtain these.
Yeah.
And I would also like to thank Extron again, and also RPC Video for making the streams possible, as well as providing us with everything that we need to be able to make this happen. If it wasn't for you guys, we would not be able to have these streams happen the way that they do.
Thank you. And I guess that just means we will be with you in a moment. We're going to go, and the next time you see me, we'll be in an interview. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
This is Kago. We'll be in a minute. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, Point Park University and friends. We are back at the Esports area casting crew and everyone here. Yeah, again, some crazy things have been happening today. Valorant having their issues. Our team just having some technical issues here, but thankfully it's working out overall. Anyways, let's talk about one of our players that, honestly, I would say they've been doing a beautiful job this game. So, hello, Melon.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Honestly, we've talked about like the possibility for Melon to be here. It was kind of a funny conversation we had a little bit ago. It was just like, when you get this chance, and we practice, right? So you get this, you actually get the moment to talk. So on Corrode, you got 28 and 9. And on Ascent, before all the Valorant stuff, the Valorant issues happened, you were 21 and 6. You were on the top of the leaderboard, and honestly, it was really cool. It was really cool to see you at the top there. I was really happy to be able to glaze you.
Thank you so much.
Explain to me exactly what was happening in your head when you were absolutely just dominating.
So I think, for one, I put white noise on, so I feel like I performed better with that. Second of all, I was with Colin. I had Angel on my side. I felt pretty good. And I played a more aggressive character. I mean, I don't play smokes, but I ended up playing Clove just to fill in. A really aggressive character, the second life can really just change the game, which I don't think I did good with that once, but it puts something in my head, make me do better. So I just kind of played the best I could,
Yeah, honestly.
Tap body shots, tap heads,
Yeah, honestly, it was really cool to see like that change from kind of in the middle to just skyrocketing up to the top there. I really saw like the spotlight go to you today. It was really cool to see that. Honestly, how does your team, how does the team and you just feel about how today went?
We felt great. The other team was also really good. I think the issue we came across during the game was, they kept rotating, so we had to over-rotate that, and I was always playing mid, so I got those picks first. I think that's why I had such a high KD.
Right.
But, our comps were good. We felt a little bit iffy halfway through.
Right.
But, we locked in our shortcomings. We went together, and I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah, that's actually really good to hear. Me and Liz were talking about how when we were watching, it was a very much RADFORD would occasionally kind of struggle to commit to a site. During that rotate, they just get picked off by you all. And I think that's like the biggest thing here, that you just got the opportunity to just really click those heads, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, in your career as playing rookie, new to this, what are you excited for now that you've kind of shown the public, shown the people that you have what it takes to really do beautifully out in the game field?
Well, Kago.
Yep.
I'm excited for next week.
Yes.
Job ain't finished, right? We're 2-1 right now. We could be 3-1, then 4-1, then 5-1, then 6-1.
Right.
And we're in playoffs. And I think we can really win this. I think our team, I think we have a good chance of winning this, No matter what role we're all playing, we all have a part. And I think we're going to go and put those pieces of a puzzle together, and we're going to win. We're going to bring Point Park green. We're going to be the best team ever. Ever.
I like the confidence. I like the confidence. Speaking of that confidence, tell me, what do you think changed from that first game that you all lost to what you guys become? Because it was such a immaculate change from that first game where you all struggled to keep yourselves leading, unfortunately going into that overtime, and then losing that round, losing that game. Ever since then, your team, the team, has just skyrocketed in performance. You've been getting the 13-0. You guys got the 13-4, 13-4 again, and this time it could have possibly been like a 13-1-2. Genuinely, I've been what do you what's happening here?
Well, after the first game, we should have won that. Haven, it was so winnable. We made mistakes, and we ironed those out. And I think it really shows within like last week's game and this week's game, every single mistake that we made that first week, we're getting rid of, right?
Yes.
We won game 2. You know, we should have lost that, but we locked it in on Ascent on that game 2, and I think that's our best map right now. We really just put the work in.
Yes.
Game 3 on Sunset, we're just avoiding that. I'm not gonna lie to you, we're just avoiding that map. But we're putting all of that work that we put in the first week. Week 2, 13-0 the first game. Like, it's really showing. And then this week we did pretty good as well. You know, what was it? 13. I don't know the other score. Was it 13-4?
Yes.
Well, next week we're gonna go and go 13-3. Probably. We're just gonna keep steamrolling through. You know, we have
like
our
that
morale
confidence.
right up here.
I'm glad your guys' morale was up there. It was really interesting to see, like, playing with some of you guys between last game and this game, just really being able to see, like, the kind of communication, the, like, relationship you all have. And it's very, like, fun to see that you guys kind of understand how each one of you play. It's really good to see that.
That's the important part about being on a team. You got to learn everyone, you know?
Yeah, you have to
There's
learn.
no I in team.
Exactly. That's a good way to say it. And with that being said, do you know when the Valorant Gold team might be playing for the stream to watch?
Wednesday at 7. Only on Point Park Esports on twitch.tv.
Okay, that was a trick question because
Oh
technically,
no, it's Friday, isn't it?
technically correct. It is going to be on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. However, there is a possibility that it might be moved to Friday at 7 o'clock instead. So
I pre-fired that. I got that.
yeah, so you got it. That was a quick trick question. Apologies for making you feel that way. But that's enough with the questions. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you so much, Keiko.
Yeah, of course. Like, that was a really nice game to watch you play. It was like I got the opportunity to glaze you, and that's great. That's a great feeling. Therefore, thank you for coming. If you want to watch any of our other streams this week, we have Rocket League and League tomorrow at 7 and 8:30. If you would like to come to watch that. And again, with the Valorant Gold team, we might be seeing them on Wednesday or Friday, but either way, it'll be at 7 o'clock. Thank you for coming. Thank you to our sponsors, Red Bull, for giving us the energy that we need to keep doing this. Thank you to Extron and RPC Video for giving us the materials to be able to produce such beautiful quality. Well, not right now, but that's on us, not on them. And that's pretty much honestly all it. Thank you so much. I'm Kago. My other caster was Liz. This is
Ethan.
also known as Melon.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Thank you so much for watching our stream. That means Point Park is signing off. Thank you for coming. Goodbye.